Hello and welcome to lesson 2 of Excel Basics. So the last lesson we introduced you to writing a basic formula and we also looked at the sum function. So in this lesson we're going to have a look at this recapping on the sum function again, and I'm going to introduce you to 3 more functions, the average, min and max functions. So let's have a look at the spreadsheet for today. We've still got our entrance ticket, balloons, ice cream, fizzy drinks and hot dogs along the side here in column B. But this time we've got the days of the week going across the other column headings here. And this is going to show us how much money we've made for each of these on each day. So, for example, on Monday, we sold £150 worth of tickets. On Thursday, we sold £70 worth of ice cream and so on. Now, down the bottom here, I've got a total which adds up all of the money made for that particular day. So I've left this one blank because we're going to recap on the sum function, because this is a good use of the sum function. So remember, a formula always starts with an equals. I'm going to type in sum, open my brackets. Now I need to select the range of values I want to add up. We're going to use the word range quite a bit today. So range refers to the number or the cells that I want to do something with. So I'm going to click on the first cell here, C5. I'm going to hold my mouse down and I'm going to drag it down to highlight all the cells I want to add up. And you can see that Excel automatically generates the cell reference down the bottom here for me. The colon in between the two cell references means almost like 2, as in I want to add up all the values between C5 to C9. So I'm now going to close that bracket and hit enter, and it will automatically calculate that for me. So we've got our totals. Now I'd like to do some analysis and find out what my weekly average is. So I want to add up all these values and divide them by how many there are. So we're looking for a mean average. Now I could do that manually by adding them all up and then dividing them by 7, but I can actually do that using a function inside Excel. So I'm going to click on where I want the answer to go. So for the entrance ticket, I'm going to put the answer in J5 here. Remember, I always start my formula with an equals, and this time I'm going to write the word average. I'm going to open up my bracket. Now I need to select the range of values I want to do the average of. So it makes sense to start from, I'm on the entrance ticket, so I'm going to be on row 5. From Monday, hold my mouse down, go all the way along. So this time I'm going horizontally, all the way to Sunday, which is value I5, or cell reference I5. So now I've got C5 to I5. So I'm going to take the average of all of those. And I need to close my bracket just to finish off the formula. So if I hit enter now, it should calculate the average based on those values. So I hit enter, and you can see that the weekly average is £215. Okay, so I'm going to go and do the min function next. So the min function provides the lowest value in a range of cells. So if I want to find out which day I had the lowest entrance ticket sales for. Now, it's quite easy for me to see that myself just by looking at these values. There's not that many there. But if you had a big spreadsheet and you wanted to look at lots of bits of data, then the min function can be quite a time saver. So again, I start my formula with the equal sign. I type in min because I want to find the minimum, so the lowest value. Open my brackets. Now I need to select the range again. So we'll stick with the entrance ticket. So I'm going to click on the first value, drag it all the way across again to the Sunday. So we're going from C5 to I5, and then close my bracket and hit enter. And you can see it correctly highlights that it's going to be £100. Okay. Now I'm going to go along to the next one, and this time I'm looking for the max, so the highest value. So I'm going to go for equals again. I'm going to type in max, open up my brackets, and then I'm going to select the range again. So same as before, tickets on row 5 from Monday all the way through to Sunday. So it's going to be, I don't know if you can see it's cut off slightly, C5 to I5. I'm going to close my bracket up and hit enter. And you can see that the most money I made from ticket sales was the 400, and you can see that was on Saturday. Okay, I'll do it again underneath just as a reminder. Okay, so I'm going to go equals average. So this time I'm looking at balloons, so I need to select the range of values for balloons. So it's not going to be in row 5 anymore, it's going to be in row 6 this time. So from C6 all the way along to I6, close my bracket up, hit enter, Okay, so that's the weekly average of balloon sales, £61. I'm going to do the same now for my min. So minimum, lowest value, open my bracket. Again, need to select the range where the balloons were. So from Monday to Sunday. So C6 to I6, close my bracket up, hit enter. And you see the lowest amount of money I made on balloons. Again, so related to Wednesday here, was £15. Let's do the max as well. So equals max, open my bracket again, select the range of cells for balloons, and then close that bracket up again and hit enter. And you can see the most money I made on balloons, £120, and that was on Saturday. Okay, now when we were looking at the ranges there, it's really important that we just focused on the numbers. A common mistake people make is they think, oh, okay, I'm going to average balloons. I'm going to include the cell with the actual word balloons in as well. That might not work because obviously it's not a value. It's a piece of text. So you might find that the computer errors out if you do that. So just think about what you're actually highlighting in that range. It needs to be the values, the numbers that you're interested in. Now, if you remember back to last week, if we got a formula right once, we could use something called the fill handle. So if I take my mouse cursor and I put it over the bottom right-hand side of the cell where the formula is, it turns to a little cross. If I left click and I hold my mouse down, and I drag it all the way down, okay, because I might as well do the average of the totals as well, and let go, it will copy the formula into all of those cells. Okay, let's just click on one to double check. So this time it's gone C7 to I7. This one, it's gone C8 to I8. So it's worked all the way through. Now we can also do that on the min and the max functions as well. So if I click on that, again, find the little crosshair, drag it down, and it copies that formula down. Okay, and again on the max, find the little cross and drag it down. So now we've got our completed spreadsheet. Now, if you have ability to access Office at home, you can download the spreadsheet from Show My Homework and have a go at doing that yourself by following the steps in the video. It's not compulsory. You don't need to do that in order to answer the quiz. So when you feel comfortable, you watch the video and you understand how min, max, and average work, then have a go at the quiz questions. Those results will be sent to me. Okay, thank you very much. And next week, we will have a look at another function of Excel.